have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Kill the cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Kill the cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Kill the cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Kill the cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Kill the cops have got to go. Hey, hey.
Why can't we be the face for the future? Why are we continuing? I'm down for whatever.
No peace. No peace. No peace. Stop the killing cops. Stop the killing cops. Stop the killing cops. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is no peace. No justice. No peace.
Have you ever seen St. Louis come together like this?
It's been a while. It's been a long time. Every time I see him, it's always about a killing, something senseless. We might be able to come together as one person so she can get justice from the senseless murder. You know, anytime the man put his hands up and you still shoot him, you went beyond what you supposed your call to do. So give it out to all the people and the people that did the vandalism last night. We pray for their families too. You know, because some of them got locked up because they was angry over something that didn't even have nothing to do with this. So we come for peace, justice, and to see that justice get prevailed.
No mistake about it, we are here on behalf of our brothers, on behalf of our family that is grieving. We don't want to take the focus off of the issue at hand. The issue at hand is that young brother Michael Brown was executed. Now we are after the truth that will bring about the justice that we see. The pastor yesterday said that we want justice, but as long as we hollering out we want justice and we don't have the truth, it'll never be a reality. So the Bible says that justice stands afar off, equity cannot enter in because the truth is falling in the street. Young Michael, he knows the truth, but he's not with us. So we are here today on his behalf. Make no
My name is Montega Simmons. Forgive my voice again. I'm assuming by this point everyone's familiar with the specifics on the case. Michael Brown was virtually murdered. He was stopped in the course of actually walking. At some point he was accused of actually doing shoplifting. And in this case, being an unarmed 17-year-old, he was murdered and left in the street by an officer of the Ferguson Police Department. The first things we're asking for is, first of all, identify the officer responsible. He needs to be identified, he needs to be, one, relieved of duty, and he needs to be prosecuted. First and foremost, we want justice for Michael. Unfortunately, too many cases. This is not the first this year, this is not the first in the last 2 years, 3 years, not only with the Ferguson police, but cities throughout, with cities throughout our area. We're seeing people get murdered, and we're seeing black life really shown no value and no respect. Beyond that, we're asking for this case to be taken federal, only because we have no faith in Ferguson or in the county prosecution at this point. We know Bob McCullough has animus, racial animus, and he will not give them a fair investigation or hearing. Beyond that, this is a problem that's not just happening in St. Louis, it's happening coast to coast. So something systemically has to change with the way that police function in our communities, and our relationship to them has to change. There is no respect for black life. There's no respect for justice in the streets. So one thing we're asking for is to stop their department, literally suspend what they're doing so that we can actually systemically change the way they operate. We have to have civilian oversight and review, meaning they have to have a level of accountability that does not currently exist to people. There has to be a level of transparency that does not currently exist within our community. So that's the primary change. It's like there's got to be accountability, transparency, and we have to have an ability to participate in this process.
In front of the Ferguson fire station, the police department,
and the protest has come to an end, and they're asking that the protesters leave peacefully, though you see no resistance on the part of the protesters, but the police force is coming. The police officers are getting closer to the protesters who are in fact leaving, and they have protested peacefully. I know that the Ferguson Police Department made an agreement with the Nation of Islam to allow us to protest from 10 up until 12 p.m. and that we were supposed to disperse. We do have a few members of the community who are in pain. They're hurting, so they're resisting. The protest will continue at 270 in West Florissant. But in the meantime, the people are dispersing because of the intimidation that they're receiving from the police officers. People are hurt, they're mad, and they want justice. Is it wrong that they continue to hold their ground despite the pact that was made with the Nation of Islam and the Ferguson Police Department? I don't think it is.
Take your time. Take your time. You need to sit down. Okay, take your time. Our son was the best son we ever had. It was funny, silly, it make you laugh. Any problems that be going on or any situation, there wasn't nothing that he couldn't solve. He'd bring people back together. He's a good boy. He didn't deserve none of this. None of it. We need justice for our son. We need justice for our son.
None of them got their bags. I know that's
We act. What's up? What? We want murder charge. We.
Stop down talking people that take it serious. We ain't doing nothing. We don't talk down on people.
We're going.
This happened here because, like I said, I didn't come out last night. I was shooting SWV.
Don't shoot! Hands up! 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 Don't shoot! We gotta let this traffic down. Get out the street! Let's let the traffic down! Police don't come! Get out the street! Get that bull tonight! Come on back! Come on back! Let it go! Let it go!
Hey, somebody just broke into my house. Y'all better go get it.
Yeah, but you the mouthpiece. You the one they scared of.
Now they say nothing. They ain't say nothing.
That claim different gangs and different sets. We gonna do this peaceful. We gonna do it powerful. We gonna do it the way that it's supposed to be done. We gonna confront this with love. Love and peace. No justice, no peace, but we gonna ignorance. And when we get done with Ferguson, we gonna clean up our own neighborhoods too. No violence. No violence. No violence.
Everybody, my name is Maria Chappelle Nadal, and I'm your state senator. I've been out here. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to stop, and I don't want you to stop. You know what? All those people out there, let me tell you, some of you were ready to die. Some of you were ready to die, and I said we don't need another.
On what street? West out? Sit down there, y'all ain't even saying. It ain't nothing but black people on the ground. It's all black people on the ground.
This is ridiculous.
Beat your ass.
This don't make no sense.
Take out that Russell Lee to whoop their ass. They wait on Russell Lee so they can whoop their ass. Take out them motherfuckers.
For tomorrow. Hey, let's bow.
trying to push us back. They trying to push us back. Shooting that fucking gas. Hands up!
Look, y'all, look. They tear gas! Tear gas! Tear gas! Look!
They good. That ain't my people. I'm making sure that ain't my people.
Move the car down. Get him out the car. Wait.
Hey, he need air.
Just move the car down right now.
You can't breathe.
Come on, you know him. Get in here.
Cold air, man. He needs something cool.
Come on. Clear space for the car. Get him out.
They tear gassing already down there?
Tear gassing already. We wasn't even doing nothing by having a peaceful walk.
Y'all was just marching and then tear gassing.
Just marching and they start tear gas.
That burn.
Like a motherfucker in my eyes. Fuck.
You need a ride, bro?
Nah, my car.
Fired, there's shots fired, tear gas has been thrown, and everything's going to hell over there.
Okay.
You guys that know, if they start coming this way,
get out.
There's bullets flying everywhere right now.
Just be careful, all right?
I'm very serious.
I heard it.
On the news.
You know what he's doing, man.
He gonna get on that once they get close.
It's a civil disobedience, man.
Watch that son get straight through, y'all. Step back, step back.
You go home.
You go home. You go home. You go home. You go home. You go home.
They are marching toward us.
Hands up.
Hands up.
And they are marching toward us.
Y'all coming towards us. Hands up.
Come on, close.
Hands up, y'all. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
Hey, y'all swinging in our yard. In our yard. Shoot that motherfucker. Shoot that motherfucker. I'm willing to shoot that motherfucker. Shoot that motherfucker. Shoot that motherfucker. Hey, come here. Come on. You wanted it. You wanted it. Come get it. Come get it. You wanted it. Take this picture. This my problem. Oh God! Oh, hey D! Hey D! Let's go! This my shit! This my shit! You know what it is? This my shit! Let's go! No, fuck that shit! This my shit! This my shit! This my shit! No, posted. What they mean. You got all that record? This my backyard.
This what they do.
This my backyard.
This is our home.
This my shit.
It's our residence.
Y'all go the fuck on. Why they just shoot
Why you think people say
you
fuck the police? Why you think people say fuck the police?
Get the fuck on.
That shit.
Here we are. Come on. We in our backyard.
This
Shoot up. Who just did that?
They put that
Private fucking property.
This my shit.
Shooting over the gate.
They straight shot over everybody. Everybody got their hands up and everything. They shot at me.
They not even shooting over
They
here.
shot at me. Fuck y'all. You got a can in the yard. They shot
We in our yard.
Plenty cans in the yard. They go, man. Oh shit. Go. Leave. Come on. Let's go. Get the. And I ain't falling for no police.
Another night of unrest in Ferguson, Missouri. Police fired tear gas at rioters protesting the death of Michael Brown, the black teenager shot by police over the weekend. The violence continued despite calls for calm from Brown's parents.
I don't want no violence. We don't want no violence.
Because Michael wouldn't have won no battle.
Police in riot gear were out in force. In some instances, officers were being fired on. The renewed rioting comes after chaos broke out Sunday night when crowds looted shops, lit fires, and vandalized businesses.
We do not rob our cities. We do not do that. We have to use that gas station. We need that Walmart.
Brown was shot to death during an altercation with police. The FBI and Justice Department have opened a probe into the racial
shit like that. Police department.
Police department.
I demand justice for Mike Brown.
Well, justice isn't here right now.
Oh, you think this shit is funny? This is not funny.
Well, then why are you making it that way?
How am I making this funny? I'm demanding justice for him. I'm from a different town. If I was there, I'd be out there protesting.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and, since I do have your phone number here, I just, figure we'll just go ahead and pay you a visit later on with the FBI.
All right, that's totally fine.
To the FBI.
The other things we can't have is you can't have sticks. If they're round, they can't be more than 1/4 of an inch in thickness. And if they
But what you said to me, you just walking up to me and saying something to me. Beginning.
Yes, sir. Number one, okay?
But read from the top. Start from the top of the page.
605.280. Any other provision of this chapter, weapon, means any pistol, rifle, shotgun, or any other firearm of any kind. It is unlawful for any person at any parade or assembly to carry, possess, any closer, please. Unlawful for any person to carry, possess. That's fine. What's going on?
Attorney, they reading something to us.
These are the list of ordinances.
Because we don't trust you. I can tell you right now, I don't trust you.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't trust you. Ain't no sense.
Will you arrest them or you gonna write them a ticket?
On a summons.
Because it's just an ordinance violation.
I know, but we do arrest on ordinance.
Hey! Whoa, whoa!
One weapon fired, and that was the officer's weapon.
And what is the status right now of the demonstrations and the protests? I understand there were 32 arrests made overnight. Has your force felt like it has the situation under control? Do you think that we will see any more outbreaks of the violence that we saw overnight?
I hope that we don't have any more violence. I've been in touch with all the community leaders, and they have promised to me that they will do everything they can to keep this nonviolent, a peaceful protest, which is what we want. We want them to be able to air their grievances and to express their frustration, but we can't have another night like last night. So we hope it doesn't happen, but we're prepared for the worst. I really believe that we can get to the truth of what happened here, and of course we will learn from that, and that shooting situations always create training situations, and police tactics get better and better, and the weapons and the tactics available to us are constantly improving.
Chief, I wanted to ask you as well. We just saw this crowd come back behind us. Mm-hmm. What do you think about that? I mean, this march in your city, people are demanding an answer for what happened. For you living here as a resident and as the police chief, what does it mean to you to see this happening on your streets?
It breaks my heart. Last night was the worst night of my life. I've never seen anything like it, and I hope that I never see anything like it again. Right now, this is peaceful, and this they're telling me and they're telling the city that they're not happy with what happened, the way things are, and that they want answers. And I understand that fully.
When will people get more answers about exactly what happened there from police?
As the information comes available, it will be released to the public. And honestly, I've asked to be so separated from the investigation so as to avoid even the appearance of impropriety, that I'm only going to get the information that you get, that the press gets. So from that standpoint, they're only going to release what they know, and they're going to release it pretty much as they know it. But in the end, what's going to happen is they will have a complete investigation, which they will present to the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, and then he will make his determination on whether to charge and what to charge.
And a change in Ferguson. Chris mentioned that the police chief might release the name. We're now learning that will not happen today unless he is forced to do so. Fox 2's Rocky Madden now the first to report this. He continues our live team coverage from the Ferguson Police Headquarters. Rocky, what are you learning?
Well, Elliot, although he said he would yesterday, the police chief here in Ferguson has changed his mind after consulting with both the prosecuting attorney and county police. Chief Tom Jackson says this is all about security and safety of the officer involved, and he will not release his name. Now, he says that his department and officers are receiving death threats from around the world thanks to social media. Officers are now riding 2 to a car instead of 1. People are throwing rocks at the patrol cars. Officers are also alerting police departments in the communities they live in the location of their own home to keep their families safe. People have been posting photos of officers online and claiming this officer or that one is a killer. Police say they have the wrong name or names. Although the law requires the name to be released by authorities in 72 hours of this incident, there are circumstances in which the information can be legally withheld.
There can be legitimate reasons for not releasing the name, and this is classic. When there's a serious threat of danger to the officer, then clearly, and McCullough's office and county police department agree that this is one of the instances where the value of releasing the name is far outweighed by the risk of harm to the officer and his family.
Now, attorneys for Michael Brown's family, I told them this news. They said they could go to court and ask a judge to compel the city of Ferguson to release the officer's name. Again, the chief says he won't release that name until he is forced to. He said he would comply with a judge's order. Reporting live here in Ferguson, Rocky Madden, Fox 2 News.
All right, Rocky, thank you.
We need to have a prosecutor's office that represents the entire community.
We eliminate some of these municipalities. Can we consolidate them? Why do we need Velda City, Velda Village, Pine Line?
Y'all shoot black people, I forgot to say that. These my friends. So when we got hurt because we seen a black baby laying on the ground, they brought their dogs out. If you feel for them, feel for black folks too. They're your team. The black folks. Then you think you're gonna put this, well, he don't like looking at me. I know, boy, you is pissed. Oh, he's smoking. Look at this. Black people probably ain't in Iraq. Black people probably ain't in Afghanistan. Black people probably ain't with hey, hey, oh, oh. Hey, hey, don't shoot. Racism. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up. Tired of it. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Tired of it. Don't shoot. Got you got lost. Justice! What do we want now? What do we want? Justice! What do we want now? What do we want? Justice! What do we want now? What do we want? What do we want? Justice! What do we want now? What do we want? Justice! What do we want now? Justice! Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Everybody gonna be relaxed while we get shoot down like dogs? Ain't gonna happen. St. Louis, Missouri. Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot! Right here, right here, right here! Don't shoot! Hands up!
Interest in what happened to Mr. Michael Brown Jr. The curiosity that
held their hands up and they said, "Don't shoot me for walking. Don't shoot." They say they're not going to release the name. Well, that doesn't give the community confidence. That doesn't make it trans.
Violent in Michael Brown's name is to betray the gentle giant that he was. To step in not only and partner, but become the ones that deal with this case. There are those that are saying peace, but they really just mean quiet. Because, and if they can hold their heads with dignity, then we can hold our heads with dignity. order to establish peace, you must have fair justice for everyone. We want real peace. We don't want to just be told to shut up and suffer in silence. We must have answers.
I need justice for my son. I need everybody to be on one accord.
Commend the thousands of young people and young adults who took to the streets, not under the umbrella of. So I want to charge and challenge all of the young men of Missouri. Please do not contribute to the prison.
Still say we criminals. This is patronizing. This is being a criminal. This is being What are we fighting for? In the end, when it's all gone, somebody's going to be loading up a clip, making a mockery of our own ancestors. Now killing him down like a nigga? No.
If it was a white person, nobody would care. Fuck y'all. Look at all this trash. And you call yourselves educated. That's why you're in North County. Go back to Africa. If it was a white person, nobody would give a fuck. Look at that nigga. Fuck ya! Where? Fuck ya!
No time did I make a movement or gesture like I was gonna mean to shoot him, but he was trying to stop us from committing. It was almost like he had to make a judgment call or think about what he had just done or just saw. And as he got closer, he fired one more shot. That shot struck my friend in the back.
The FBI earlier today, although Mr. Johnson.
I just want to get to the other point of your tweet, which was last night may have been a setup. What do you mean?
Yes, so here's what I found out, and let me tell you my experience. We were leaving about sundown last night, and we were going to go into one direction. We saw a gang of kids running into the direction where we were going, and then all of a sudden we heard 5 to 6 pops, gunfire, pop, 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 pop. And then we decided to go the other way, and then we ended up going south in West Florissant, and all day long we'd had at least 300 officers on each side of West Florissant, and they were all gone. And then this morning, I was on the ground about 6 o'clock this morning, and I was speaking to someone in the media who said, you know, we were contacted by someone in the police department or a police officer who said prior to the event, before curfew, that if you want to see something, we've got something to show you tonight. So that was before curfew, and I'm just looking at all of the facts and my experiences, and I think, as well as some of my constituents think, at this point in time, the State Highway Patrol, St. Louis County Police, as well as the Ferguson Police Department may be trying to make this situation worse than what it actually is.
Well, that's a very strong accusation, as well as this other tweet that you put out a few days ago about the governor. We can't even really say it on TV, but I'll put it up on the screen. Basically, you said, F you, governor, and I'm calling you, you know, full blank. I understand you're really angry with him, and that was before he actually came down for his first press conference, but is that appropriate for a person in a political situation like you to be using that kind of language with a guy, first of all, in your own party, or any, for that matter, to anyone?
Well, let me tell you, I represent my constituents, not Governor Nixon. And so I need to tell you this. He has been absent from the minority community his entire career and only comes before us when it's politically expedient for him or when he's running for office. And because he has been outside of this community, let me tell you this, and this is important for your audience to know, he has still yet to come to ground zero. Yet to come to ground zero. He's been in Florissant, he's been in Normandy, but he has not spoken to the people who are the victims of this crisis that we're dealing with now, and that is why I have called him a coward. The reason why I use profane language is because he allowed us to get tear gassed for 3 days. I am one of his senators in his party, and he was at the state fair enjoying a country concert while we were getting tear gassed and shot at. Okay.
Lined up like a big wall, trying to protect some ill. But we got each other. We got to show love, black people.
We always sell guns. We sell guns every day. But the last 2 days, people who have never really thought about a sense of urgency to go out and buy firearms see the crime happening very close to their home, so they're really intent about coming out and getting firearms to defend themselves.
The area to hunt?
Uh-huh.
Like what people mostly hunt for?
Deer. Anywhere between 15 and 17 rounds. Semi-automatic. Sold about a dozen of these in the last couple of days for people to defend themselves with. Firearms. And this is...
Go, cuz! Go, cuz! Sorry, I gotta record you. They just shot this man in the face for no reason. What was you doing? Were you walking?
Man, I had my hands up walking.
He had his hands up walking. He had his hands up and he was walking. Look, I need a picture of your eyebrows. He was walking, he had... Look at this shit. Look at this shit, y'all. Look at this. Bro ain't doing nothing. He was just right there. Just picture this. Picture this shit. This is shit that we going through.
We're currently in Ferguson in the suburbs of St. Louis, Missouri, where tensions have been flying high ever since Saturday when 18-year-old Michael Brown, who was unarmed, was killed by multiple shots from a police officer who has so far been unidentified. We do know that accounts of what exactly took place differ. Police say that the young man had had an altercation with a police officer by getting into his car and trying to take his gun. Police say that he was reportedly with another young man and they had been in this fight with a police officer that led to at least one gunshot being fired inside the police car. And then, according to the police, several gunshots were fired at the young man, which led to his death. Now, as we know, of course, tensions, chaos, violence, and really mayhem have been unraveling on the streets here for these last couple of nights. Look, they just fired tear gas. Okay, so tear gas is being fired at the protesters, even though there's only really a couple of dozen people here at least.
Y'all, we on the front ride. These the tanks. These the tanks. These the tanks, y'all. Look, they ready. Right here. The tanks, y'all see them?
Like, that's so unnecessary. Wow. Wow.
Keep moving! Keep coming back this way! Come back this way! They're about to make a move on us. They're making a move on us. Don't get distracted, y'all. They're coming. They're moving on us. Get out the street, fam.
Get out the street.
Get out the street. They bombing on us now. They bombing on us now. And they got us blocked in from the other side. Are they shooting?
St. Louis, no! You gonna shoot us? You gonna shoot us? Is this the gun?
Tear gas is so strong. We like 2 blocks away from where they started shooting them. They still shooting them now.
Mustard gas.
But we good though. We good. We gonna wait for that to dissipate, and then we gonna make our way back to our cars, and we going home. Fuck that. Hands up. Don't shoot. We had to duck off of Chambers, and we ran onto this side street, not knowing it was a cul-de-sac. So we waited for the chopper to go by, and now we finna try to head back that way to the main road. But the tear gas is so.
Please turn around. You in the red pants, black shirt, please turn around, walk away.
There's the red pants, black shirt. You can't see her too well on the iPhone, but I had a chance to speak with her earlier. She is very peaceful from what I can tell. Oh, I see this guy aiming a gun. This guy over here on the far car. You see him?
Yeah.
Okay, this officer just decided to aim a rifle. And they got eyes on the guy in the middle, whoever that is. Oh man, okay, so there's a guy walking. All right, I'm gonna. Okay, this guy has a red dot on him. Look right there. You see it? This guy is so far away. Look, I'm gonna show you. Right, there's the quick trip. There's the guy who had the red dot on him. Here are the police officers. That is a long ways away. So, the officers are very tense right now, but as you can see, these are peaceful people. They may have some colorful language, a few of them, but none of them are being physically aggressive towards the officers.
You in the middle of the street, please move to the side. Failure to do so could result in your arrest.
All right, so they're telling everybody to get out the street. People are moving out of the street. You can see everybody's getting out the street here. But still, they're aiming guns at people, unarmed people. The police here in St. Louis are aiming guns at unarmed people, putting laser dots on people's chests because they dare walk in a street that's been shut down. So this is what happens. This is what a police state looks like. Yeah, they had rioters out here a few days ago, but most of these are peaceful protesters. Like I said, some of them have some coarse language, but they're not a physical threat to these officers. These officers who are hiding behind these big armored trucks with their heavy armor and also with their rifles and such. So more reports at Infowars.com.
All right, chill, watch this shit. Watch this shit. Stop.
Hands up! Hands up! Get up!
She fucking grabbed me! She's fucking grabbed me!
Stop. Go. Stop. Go.
There was a lady that just got her shot in the head, so, you know.
Shot in the head by who? Who? No, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Don't shut him up. He told us. He's talking to us like humans. I appreciate that. Who should get shot in the head by? We're going, sir.
Across the city, a night of pure chaos.
This is your warning. Leave the area. Disperse.
People pushing the limit with police.
None of y'all be mad enough to stand up to one black man.
Racial tensions and nerves on edge. Even an officer we caught on camera gave in to his rage, calling protesters animals. Listen.
Bring it.